Okay, I just drank a dreamsicle of grape soda with half of this container. See how it's open? So I used half of it. And while I was drinking out of this bottle, the dreamsicle, I was having a sense of smell that it wasn't as clean as I wanted it to be, because it's really to be disposed of. When I'm finished with the lemonade that comes in this bottle, it's to be disposed of and thrown away in the dumpster. But I keep it and use it for a glass because I don't afford to throw it away right now. And I do need a glass that I can see what's inside, and I can drink right out of it. And it's also measured how much I'm going to drink, even though I'm about to refill it back to back with another soda I just had with. So I'll get started. What did I do? Oh, I filled the glass bottle with the tap water being as hot as it runs, and it runs extremely hot right now because the new hot water heater that is different than the one before, and it does run hot. It's too hot to touch. So I filled the glass bottle with it being really hot. And I had rinsed it out twice before it was really hot, and then I soaked it in the really hot water for a few minutes, and it was feeling hot. The glass was hot when I poured out the hot water, and it smelled clean. It smells clean now. Yeah, so I'm excited. Mm-hmm. I didn't need soap because I can't get the soap out anyway. Just the water was enough. Okay, this is Dr. Pepper Blackberry. Yeah, God did spill that on me. Yes, he did. I can't help that. I'll have to wipe up the table. I want to wipe it up now. Oh, well. Okay, does everyone see if this goes in? What does it look like? Was it swirly? Well, I'm going for swirly. So, what I just poured in was this to mix with to make a dreamsicle like I've never had before. And I have a special additive that I want to add in a little. And you'll see that I don't arrive at opening them without a scissors. There's a place to open them, but I don't want to. I need the scissors. Okay. It is like that. A little bit. Okay, so what goes in the dreamsicle? A few cranberries. I know you can't see them, but they're just to make it interesting. Yeah, they're in there somewhere. I like them a little sweeter, but they're very good. I like Ocean Spray Craisins. These are Kroger dried cranberries. Okay. Wow. How's that look? Well, I'm excited because it's really good. I like to drink it. Whose idea was the craisins? They're so good. I didn't place an order for craisins, but I really like them. Yeah. Wow. Does anyone have a Gboard on their cell phone for the touch screen, touch enter letters of a keyboard? It's called a Gboard. My Gboard has an assist where I could start writing, entering in the word like yes. And I could start with Y and then E, and then the word will appear up on top, YES, before I finish entering in the letter S myself. So if I want to, I can touch the whole word yes, and it will appear on the screen. But sometimes I think that's a spell checker or an autocorrect, and I see it make corrections I don't want. So I'm here for the threatening that I know who I am, but I don't know where I'm going in deceased. I can't because I'm still threatening that there's something that you can do to save yourself. So you shouldn't press me that I know myself or that I don't know myself, because what I mean is you talk to me about myself, ask me my name, ask me where I'm going, ask me what I'm going to do with my life, ask me how I'm going to pay for it. Yep, and then you make me smaller and smaller as I get older because I owe more money until I finally died of small to death. And then I'm in adultery now is not really anything you want to believe. Yeah, I don't actually want to tell people I'm in adultery, but I am. And I don't want anyone to just ignore it. If I have to say that I'm in adultery, you must have to ignore it. No, you must be all swears. You owe money is just alive that way for you, and you can't press charges on someone, myself, for that you don't believe in me. You press charges on me when you don't believe in me. That's like accusing me of that I am yourself. Yeah, well, I'm not ever. I'm hungry and thirsty, and I'm overweight, and I don't want to eat while I'm overweight. Can we get this over with? I'm overweight and I don't want to eat food. I eat, just for the hunger. So right there, when it's hungry, right there, I'll eat. And then thirsty, same thing. I press it all the way until I feel hunger, and I press all the way until I feel thirst. And then I drink for the thirst. I eat with the hunger. I have to move my day around that. Yeah, but I'm fat. I would do that if I was thin. I can feel it right now. My abdomen is touching my robe and then my legs because my left leg is crossed over my right leg. And I can feel my abdomen touching the upper part of my leg. And that's not normal. No, I usually weigh 120 pounds and I don't have a problem like that. I'm 5 feet 6 inches tall, so I'm tall and thin on a good day. And right now, I just don't want to be fat anymore. I can feel it's not comfortable, it's not normal. I don't want to be fat anymore. I shouldn't even cross my legs because they're not long enough to cross them anymore. They're not long enough anymore to cross them. Well, I have mixed feelings about my life. I've seen a lot of people happy on sugar, but the things you say to me don't go along with the things that you eat. What goes into your mouth and what comes out of your mouth don't go together. To myself, you can't eat God's food the way you eat it, and you don't pay it out, which means you owed it out because it is itself. And then you go into very low, strange mental problems, and you say things to me that they're terrible. Like if you had to tell a cashier that you love the cashier and you wanted to love their presence in your life, what would you tell them personally about that they checked out your selections out of a supermarket? Do you have any substance to talk to a cashier and tell them why you need them to stand there and break their neck to give you permission to take something out of the store that's not yours and not theirs? Well, if they just leave you and go to jail because they don't want to help you personally, that's one thing, but they're not high enough to do that. The cashiers are not high enough beings to just leave you with your problem and go to jail and save their own self. Instead, they stand there and then they pretty much break their whole order of what they look like and where they came from, why they look like what they look like, and where they will die. That will change. Every customer changes how a cashier is going to die. So how could you check your selections out of a supermarket as being a more important than the cashier's personal future? And you'll never see them again, and they'll never see you again. And they really pray to their own God in the wrong way. Well, you're a blinding problem. You're like if you poured acid over the cashier and took your selections right out of the store that way. You're terrible. I don't do that to the cashier. I am deceased. My problem with the cashiers is that all of them all together are not a lock, that I can have all of my selections and with myself, because I alive the formed world is how I am. They're mine to myself. Everything that I select out of a store is mine to myself because I alive the formed world. And I don't have a way to communicate with each and every cashier on that level. So I can say that here on camera and I can post it on YouTube, but not every cashier will see it and know that about me and give me everything that's mine to myself. Why not? Because you've had 45 years to sort that out, but it didn't ever happen for me. Well, that's my beef with the cashiers, but you have an entirely different problem. You are blinding to the cashiers so they don't see me as God. When you have long lines in a supermarket and everybody's waiting to buy their own selections and pay with their own money, you're blind to the cashiers. You're blinding the cashiers to myself. So when I get to the front of the line, they don't really know me as God because of all the commission they did before I got there myself. If all that is left of a cashier is that you see that's God and God says he's going to make a charge and a transaction, that's God being there, and then it's just you and God with that transaction. But that's you not seeing the cashier the way I do, which is I can see if the cashier just doesn't know me as God. I can also see if they do know something about me because they're low, and I can just be as much God as they can see with themselves. But I am myself. I see all that there is elsewhere. Here, I have to make something of a threat with myself. But when I'm in heaven, I can see everything. And so I don't really offend the cashier, even though I would kill it because it's not supposed to charge me any money because I alive everything in the store and beyond. I alive the whole formed world.